want to drive around the campus or something?
Well, let's just go down here to MacArthur. There's a sign there that says Irvine. I'll take a picture of that sign.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll just drive back this way away from the sun, so I think you can take a better picture.
Okay.
Welcome to the city of Irvine. This is Labor Day 1993. We're doing a little history of the city of Irvine. This is the westernmost entrance to Irvine on University Drive. Now looking up University Drive, all the cars are going towards Irvine. And we're going to be driving down this boulevard very shortly to document this fine city of Irvine. Driving down University Drive now, going easterly towards University of California. On the left is the San Diego Creek, and on the right side here, coming up very shortly, is the Beckman Institute up there on the hill, built a couple of years ago. There's the university up on the other side of the hill here, speeding right along.
Of course, not breaking the speed limit.
John is the driver of the car today. Vehicle is sponsored by Acura, courtesy of Nicole. We're zooming along beautiful University Drive in Irvine. Coming up now to campus, we will shortly take a right-hand turn.
Oh, God. What is
and then proceed up toward Turtle Rock.
Oh my God. That guy had his video camera out too. He was just as bored as you.
Okay. Here on the right side is the entrance to the university. You see it right there. You can zoom in on that a little bit. And we're now turning up onto Campus Drive. Still going east into Irvine. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, warm temperature. It's the 5th of September, Labor Day weekend. Having a great time in our fine city here.
Oh, God. It's getting deep now, folks. Who's you going to show this to?
Oh, this is going to be entered into the archives. Now we're coming up on
the closet.
Coming up on the main part of the university here, crossing Bridges Road. On the right side now is the Barclay Theater that was just recently completed.
Dedicated to Charles Barkley of the Phoenix Suns.
On the left side is the University Center. And on the right side here, the actual campus. Beautiful campus, established some 25 years ago. Has about close to 20,000 students now. Continuing east now on Campus Drive towards Turtle Rock. Here on the left side is Bob's Big Boys. Very important establishment. Joanne likes their hamburgers. And then beyond that is the shopping center where Joanne does her shopping. Albertson's Market someplace in there on the left. That's where we get all the groceries. John very competently driving. And over here on the left, beyond the gas station, the fire station. Very important aspect of Irvine. And we're continuing on here on still on Campus Drive.
You want to do a quick flyby of the Water Reclamation Center?
No, we're not going to be able to cover that today, folks, unfortunately. We will have to leave that for another episode of Life in Irvine.
They're not going to be able to get enough. They're going to be...
Now we're crossing Culver Drive here, a little bumpy. Whoops, there we made it. And now approaching right into Turtle Rock. On the left side here is you saw there the sign was University High School.
Which way are we going to go? Right
now we take a left up on we're going to be coming up here on Turtle Rock Drive very quickly, following some of these luxurious cars ahead of us. This is one of Irvine's great signals where you forever have to stop. And we're now entering Turtle Rock, turning left, Turtle Rock Drive. And at this next corner, let's take another left here. We're going to go into Hills Gate, which will take us to the official Turtle Rock. This is where Turtle Rock first started. Zipping right along here in this great Acura car.
Where's the turtle?
And if we look straight ahead here, we should be coming up on the turtle very shortly.
And what a sight it is, folks. If only you could see it in person. It's awe-inspiring. Well, the tour buses aren't here today, as usual. We rack them
Now we're
in.
going to slow down here, and we're actually going to take a close look at the turtle. There, folks, is the Turtle Rock. That is a Turtle Rock. Good afternoon, folks in the Turtle Rock. Not everyone in the world has seen this great turtle, but this is the Turtle Rock.
What a turtle it is, folks.
What a turtle it is, indeed, right. Thank you very much, Turtle. You've done well today. Going on then, we will make a U-turn here. We'll be able to get another glimpse of the turtle on the way back. There we see the back side of the turtle, just as interesting as the front side.
Woo! What a turtle.
Okay, we're headed back on Hillgate now towards Turtle Rock Drive. We'll shortly take a left here back on Turtle Rock Drive. And now proceeding up the hill towards the top of Turtle Rock here. Coming up on the right here now, the beautiful Sycamore Glen area. Nice homes down in there. Shady walkways. Nice tennis courts, delightful swimming pool.
Just a good-natured group of people.
That's right, just a lot of good folks. Straight ahead, newest development here. We see some rather plush homes. This is part of the new Summit development. Too rich for our blood. Now we're proceeding straight ahead. Passing here is Starcrest on the right, going straight up the hill at a good clip, however well within the speed limit. On the left here is a nice little park and a condominium and apartment project recently completed. And now we're coming up on a beautiful sight, the Turtle Rock Crest. there we are, some of the condominiums.
It's at the top of the hill, commonly referred to as the Turtle Rock Crest.
Turtle Rock Crest, yes. And now we're turning onto Ridgeline. Ridgeline, taking Ridgeline straight up. And we will very shortly now turn into Andromeda, headed for the Galaxy Estates here. Oh, a little glint on the windscreen from a bright sunny day. Here turning into Andromeda, then into Galaxy. I just pull into the driveway, John. Park the car in there. And here it is. Here's Galaxy, just right there, recording the entrance. And here we are at 4 Galaxy. Oop, it's for sale. What happened here? Are these people moving out? There's a lovely home on 4 Galaxy. Let's drive right into the front door.
And this concludes our tour at VCR's RU.
We're on Turtle Rock Drive overlooking Irvine at this time. This is the path down here where we have walked so many times. Takes us down to Sunny Hill Park. We will follow that path this morning as we walk. Goes down the valley and way down here into Turtle Rock. A beautiful tree that we pass here. There's Joanne admiring the tree right now. She's one of the ardent walkers of Irvine. We're going to start down this lovely path that we take quite often. As usual, Joanne is ahead of me. It's one of many Irvine paths that we walk. There's a beautiful glen here and Turtle Rock that we often walk. Staying on the same path that we were on just a moment ago. Now continuing through this lovely area here. Joanne leading the pace. Kind of a cool, fresh morning. It's Labor Day today, 6th of September. Lovely green areas. We're coming up on the Sunny Hills Park area now. On the left here, neighborhood pool. No swimmers out as yet. Our Turtle Rock Drive and Sunny Hills Drive. This is very often where I drive to work on my way out of town. There's Joanne crossing the street. There you see the sign for Turtle Rock Park Drive. We'll walk over there right now. The Irvine Nature Center down in the Irvine Sunny Hills Park, and here's the community hall where we have our town meetings, and we pan across here to the entrance to the park. Volleyball courts, generous parking lot, and 4 very nice tennis courts. Here's the other side of the recreation and community center with some of the outdoor activity areas. We pan around here. Here we find a particularly historic spot. This is where we had the 75th birthday party for Merle just a few months ago. And there's Joanne crossing the path over there, which leads into the other half of the park. Nice bridge that crosses the creek here. And then panning to the left here are the ball fields, baseball diamonds, and Bonita Canyon Road over beyond that. It's a beautiful setting. Crossing the bridge here on foot. See the creek that meanders through here. Panning across the path continues. There's Joanne, of course, waiting for me as usual, faithfully. This is not exactly her ideal way to walk, but this is a special occasion as we're filming this very historic walk through Irvine and Turtle Rock in particular. And we'll pick up some more here as we pass along. Entrance to the Highlands. The Highlands is an area where we lived when we first came to Turtle Rock. There's a beautiful glen over here and a park and a swimming pool beyond. Beautiful glen over here, and this is Silver Crescent, the street that we lived on, and we will just walk up that street and see where we lived. We are at Sundance and Silver Crescent, and right across the street is is number 2 Silver Crescent, where we lived for a time in 1987. This is what we call the Roy Holcomb House. We rented it from Roy while our place on Fort Galaxy was under construction. Very comfortable home, and we very much enjoyed living there. Landscaped area here along the school grounds, which we always enjoy walking past. There's Joanne, of course, again leading the way. This is now along the western side of Turtle Rock Loop. Chaparral Park is another park that we pass quite often. In fact, we often walk up this path here in the distance, and that then goes upstairs, up the hill, and actually over the hill to the other side of Turtle Rock where we live. It's connected to the school grounds over there, and quite often there are soccer games and whatnot on the hill. Here, of course, is Turtle Rock Drive. And we turn all the way around, watch the joggers. Here's an entrance to one of the side villages. Somebody else walking their dog. And there's Joanne way ahead of me, so I better catch up. More of a view of Chaparral Park, some of the school grounds and play equipment. And as usual, Joanne is telling me, get your ass into gear and get with the program. This is Turtle Rock Terrace that we're starting up the hill on now. This is one of Joanne's favorite hills. She curses it every time she walks up here. But it's a beautiful little walk up this lovely hill. So here we go. Corner of Edge Hill and Halstead. It's a very nice drive down the street here as we're descending the hill now. There's Joanne keeping up the steady, brisk pace. I'm having to run behind to catch up with her at this point. Turtle Rock Drive, just shot down the street, and we will continue along this path on. Joanne getting head start on walking up one of our typical Turtle Rock paths. This is a particular in Turtle Rock, and that it's very shady and cool even in this warm summer weather. This path continues on in both directions, lovely homes on either side of it, and we've always very much enjoyed walking along this area. Truck going down the walk path just collecting the trash. There's a home that we had considered buying at one time. It's right on this beautiful glen area. Now we're coming up on the little tunnel that goes under Sycamore Glen. Kind of interesting how they did that. It's like an old Quonset hut turned upside down. But it lets the path go underneath the road rather than over the road. Inside the tunnel, approaching the exit, a little bit of echo. Probably a beautiful place to sing an aria or two. And we're coming back out again into beautiful sunny weather. Another stretch up this road, which is very nice, which leads up to the eastern side of Turtle Rock Drive. Isn't this absolutely delightful? This path meandering through through the sycamores, through the alders, and on up full park-like setting up here in the glen. Big playing field, and then turning over here to the right to the tennis courts, and then the pool in the glen area. Very nice. A lot of good lap swimmers here. Little clubhouse in the background, and the walking path, and tennis courts over here. Very lovely setting where we've often walked along the path here. The path, of course, leads way up beyond and up the hill some distance into the cool and shady glen area there. Turtle Rock and Sycamore Creek are the really nice neighborhoods. This is Turtle Rock Drive coming up, and beautiful shaded area over here on the left we were just at, and the tennis courts beyond. And here we also get a fairly good glimpse of the Turtle Rock Crest and the Aikens homes in which we live. We live on the other side of the hill, of course, but this is the way the homes are situated and structured on a hill called Turtle Rock Crest. Now here we are at the corner of Turtle Rock and Hillsboro. This is the newest development. This is looking up Turtle Rock Drive, Rock Summit Estates. Very large homes, a little sun glint here. This is the very opulent entrance. Fortunately, we have complete entry rights since we're one of the early citizens of Turtle Rock, so the mayor gave us entrance rights to this area. The homes are very large, and they're summit because they're at the summit of the prices. Moss Glen is another nice area where our former neighbors, the Butlers, live. It's a condominium project. Quite pleasant, but very small. Now looking down the other end of Turtle Rock Drive. Turtle Rock Drive now. This is one vantage point where you see the Aikens condominiums quite well. And then this is the path that we take down into the Shady Glen area. That were built recently down below where we live. Quite a nice complex. Perhaps a little hard to see against this bright light. Very attractively done. Turtle Rock Summit townhomes are also fairly new. Smaller than the area in which we live, but very attractively done. Complex of about 77 units. Now behind on the ridge you see again the Turtle Rock Aikens homes. Custom homes on the top here. And then this is approximately where our home is. There's a Pinetti's house, and it's just on the street beyond that. Corner of Canyon Park and Turtle Rock Drive. And this is, of course, the park itself, where I just photographed those pictures. Then you see the park and the condominiums with the Turtle Rock Summit homes in the background. Ridgeline Drive. Background you see the homes like ours. There's a Pinetti's home right there. Further over here is Gordon's place, Gordon and Eve. And then the corner of Turtle Rock Drive and Ridgeline coming up in the distance. Spring homes up on the hill. Very lovely setting. Very nice. At Turtle Rock Drive now, rather busy intersection with all kinds of cars coming and going. Then looking beyond, here's of course where we often come in. And these are the Aikens homes now up on the hill. This is a street right in front of us. Our street is behind here, of course. And we'll just take a walk up this lovely path, shady path. To the left here are the Highlands condominiums. Very nice setting as well. Very often walk this path. This is the beginning and the end of our daily walking rituals, with our neighboring homes right across the street over here. Driven up this road many, many times, of course. Bicyclists going up the street. Here we are at Highland View. There's the Arnold's home right there. Our neighbors. Looking up the street. Fellow pumping up very hard up the hill. Not an easy climb, on foot or otherwise. People driving much too fast down this hill. That's their choice. Polluting the environment. Another crazy guy in a Mercedes coming down, wasting our resources. And now we come back on the very location that we started from. The Talbot's house right up here, and their neighbors up around the corner, nicely landscaped. There are some larger custom homes on the top of the hill, multi-million-dollar homes. A lovely view of the valley down below. Very nicely done. Ridgeline and Andromeda. Of course, this is the very corner where we turn off a ridgeline into our own area. There's a street that continues up. And we, of course, make a right here. There's the back of our home. Nobody out at the moment. Let's continue around here. View from the back of the house. Somewhat covered by a lot of vegetation now. Barnheiser's house next door. Now looking down the street, down to Gordon Wells and Arnold Scribner's house. And of course the other side of the street here. A little glary over here, we'll turn it off. Looking up the other side of the street. Walking up towards Andromeda now. Herman's house over here on the corner. Looking up Andromeda. There's the Shanker's house. Presently for sale. And here we are at the corner of infamous Andromeda and Galaxy. Looking down the street, that's where we turn the corner. Shanker's entrance right here. And there's our modest abode. Mailbox right here. What a bargain. For sale by Sonia. Number 4 Galaxy. Cole's car in the driveway here. Looking down the street. Barnheiser's next door. Stearns beyond that. Neighbors across the street in the big house. A little hazy today. Can't see too much. Looking down into the valley. There's a Panetti's house at the very end there. Now turning into our own driveway. Joanne's beautiful flower garden. Nicely maintained. Beautifully planted by her personally. Impatiens growing, ferns. Flavius at the front door. And now we actually going to enter the house. Come inside now. The entrance on the left is the dining room. The stairs lead down to the downstairs bedrooms, and here's the living room on the right. Fireplace. There's the quarterdeck where we spend many an evening enjoying a cool drink. Big antique bookcase that Joanne bought years ago. Italian table, nice traditional covered furniture. Look across the room now to the dining room. Front entrance where we just came in. Skylight up above. Starting to hear some sounds in the background. Looks like John is waking up. This is Labor Day morning. As you can see from the clock here, we're approaching 10 o'clock on the old Grossweiler clock. We'll just walk here through the back into the family room. A little bright this morning because of the bright sun. Here's the family room. Joanne's in there preparing breakfast, always a smile on her face. This is the family room. This is a very historic place because this is where Joanne lays us every evening while she watches television. Antique coffee table, our fireplace where we enjoy our fires in the evening. Comfortable television set. Bookcase that yours truly designed and built. There's a wall hanging that John sent us from Japan. Means a lot to us. Some Oriental artwork to either side. A telephone where many calls are made. Distant lands. Joanna's commenting on the worthiness of this film. Someday she, of course, will appreciate this. She doesn't know that now. Grinding the coffee at the moment. Does this with some deep sigh there. Refrigerator. Cooking top here, where many a fine meal is prepared by Joanne. Table where we take all of our meals. A very important instrument right here, the portable computer.
Oh yeah, we live constantly on the kitchen table.
And who do we have here? Would you like to say something to the camera? Young man? No, he's going to leave us. Doesn't like this nonsense. Okay, well, let's walk then on here into the dining room. It's a very nice dining room. There's any good meal in here too. Family functions. Looking from the dining room beyond then into the living room. Joanne's silverware here. Wine collection. Back to the front door. Here's an interesting painting that Joanne's mother did years ago. Old Oriental prints that we also have in the family. Yeah, and this is another bedroom we'll visit later. Take a walk downstairs now. This is Buster's room right here. That's where he hides out, eats, sleeps. Laundry facilities, so forth. The hallway. There's John's room beyond. Let's first go into the. Oh, here's the family menagerie here. Mom and Pop on the left. Wedding pictures. Grandparents. And like. There's one family picture that we took some years ago. Picture of the parents. Kids in their younger years. That's a more recent family picture that we took. Lisa's wedding. Merle and Chuck. Joanne's grandmother. Family picture. Kids when they were younger. More recent family picture. Lisa's wedding. Merle and Chuck. Joanne's grandmother. Working on Ivar. Wedding picture. Now we're proceeding into the downstairs bedroom. Bed not made this morning, but that's okay. There's a one side of the room. Looking across, there's the sitting area. A little junky this morning. Work being done there, obviously. Very pleasant room, very spacious, very much enjoyed by us. It's nice and cool down here most of the time. Proceed into the inner sanctum here. See the photographer taking these pictures actually. Spacious shower. Generous bathtub, not real practical, but necessary. Bathtub. And then here's the sink area. Back out into the central hallway. Approaching John's room now. You hear some activity inside. Being welcomed into the room. Entering the room now. Oh my gosh, what have we here? Here's the Hulk. He is working out, it appears.
It's early.
It's early. This is his great room. There's his bed, computer center, music box, so on and so forth. A lot of junk on the floor. Bathroom is over here, of course.
Jeez.
And I think we'll leave this room.
You must be really bored this morning.
Not so much for that. That was a bad experience. Alright, back up the stairs. And we're back up in the living room. Picture of Sausalito on the wall. Joanne likes so well. And that will conclude our tour this morning. We are now at Hillcrest, Starcrest, and Ridgeline at the very top of Turtle Rock. Looking to the east now, a little hazy. But beyond is the El Toro Marine Base. And scanning down here to the left, some of the custom homes overlooking the hazy Orange County area beyond there, the airport. And then coming around here, we are at Turtle Rock Crest Park East. And this is of course Joanne's favorite spot, the pool where she spends her afternoons enjoying the sun. And there we have witness of Joanne enjoying the sun on top of Turtle Rock. Beautiful pool layout and clubhouse. And now we're looking towards the west along Starcrest, and we'll walk in that direction now. This is Arslan's former house. Very nice home that he sold. And looking down the street again, this is Ridgeline. Up Aristotle, now looking east towards the Shady Canyon area. See the houses in the front here, and now zooming up Shady Canyon. Rather dry this time of year, but it's a beautiful sight in the springtime. Now we're going to pan across the dry hills here and over to Boulmer Canyon. Now back overlooking the valley again. Here we zoom in on the park area that we visited earlier, Sunny Hills Park. Path now up the hill into the top of the hills. Careful with these big rocks here. While we're walking with this camera on. We'll generally follow this path up to the top of the hill here. We are at what is probably the highest point in Turtle Rock, about 500 feet above sea level, overlooking the entire community. Down below us here, looking towards Saddleback Mountain. A little winded, having walked up this hill to get up here. There's the lower pool area down below us. We'll have another look at that in a minute. Here are the Aikens buildings and condominiums. Beyond that you see the Turtle Rock Summit homes we saw earlier close up. Multi-million-dollar homes. Beyond is Christ College, the University Park in the Haze, French Hill, rather dry this time of year, chapel at Christ College. Zooming back a little bit, there you see the blimp hangars over there in Tustin, quite prominent on the horizon. Zooming back here locally now, the Glen area below us. We're now looking in the nearly westerly direction. A little bit windy up here. There's the tall buildings looking towards Santa Ana. The University of California here, some new construction, student housing. Some of the major buildings, that's the office building at the marketplace. And here the university to the left. Various buildings in the haze. Wind is starting to pick up. It's toward afternoon now. Some more of the homes in the foreground of Turtle Rock. That's Newport Center in the easy distance there. Various office buildings, all familiar to us. Community church. Glass Hill, some of the new coastal construction in the distance. You see here is the other intersection of Hillcrest and Starcrest. We earlier saw the other extreme. There's the recreation center out there, the plunge. Scanning back to the right of Hillcrest are the Turtle Rock homes that are part of the Standard Pacific Tract. Beyond that hill is where our home is, on the other side. Some custom homes there at the very top. Aikens homes here in the foreground. And that's Starcrest going down the hill there. Starcrest and Hillcrest again. There's just looking up the street, just as we did from the top of the hill there. This gives us a good view to look at the recreation center here at the lower half of the complex. And of course on the hill above are the homes. We see them now from a lower vantage point. Nice meandering paths that lead through the community here, down the hill, directly to the recreation complex. Looking here at Turtle Rock Crest Park West. This is sort of where Turtle Rock Crest began, in that these were the original models down here. Back where you see the skylights, that was the original sales office. Now someone's private home, of course. Look at the houses have not materially changed, but they certainly don't look like models anymore, but are still very nicely kept. Now looking up one of the first side streets that was built here, and then the street that goes off is Aurora here to the left. Hillcrest and Sun Peak, this is one of the streets of custom homes. A couple of dozen on this particular street. Very nicely done, somewhat crowded, but there's a house on the corner that's been under construction forever, it seems. Now nearing the end of our journey, there's the entrance, or the eastern entrance at Sunny Hills to the community. And then typically one drives up this ridge line here to the top of the hill. Again, to the left here are the Akins homes, and this is the other end of Andromeda, entering into our community, and you see in the haze the distant mountains there. We'll walk down this way. Now walking down Andromeda towards Galaxy. Nice green park area here in front of this house. All very nicely maintained. Upon Capella, top street in our particular area. McMyers home. Now we're approaching, walking down Andromeda, we're approaching Galaxy. This is where we typically come in from Ridgeline. Follow up this road. Schenker's house is straight ahead. And then we turning the corner here. And there is Fort Galaxy. Joanne's nice landscaping here. Back of the front door. To the house now. Living room. Gunner's famous bookcase. Dining room. Seen that before. Hadn't seen the front bedroom before. That's where Nicole is staying this weekend. Very tidy, she keeps everything neat. Joanne spends a fair amount of time in here doing her puzzles. Does her ironing in here. Their own little TV. Very convenient. Has its own bathroom. I'm going to go out here on the quarter deck, where Joanne and I spend our evenings when it's hot, enjoying the cool tropical atmosphere this provides with the nice plants here that we've had for some time. Birds of paradise right here. Zero in on these beautiful blossoms. Large tropical leaves on these banana plants. Lovely place to sit. Now, it's the afternoon, not much activity here. The family room, of course. Oh, that bookcase, that's going to be hard to leave behind if we move. It's a lot of fun doing that, and it's added to the great deal of the room. Let's just go outside onto the deck here. Beautiful setting right here with a umbrella and tables. Cool and shady in the afternoon. Celebrating Labor Day with a flag flying. Beautiful bougainvillea growing here in brilliant colors. And from here we have a view, of course, of the El Toro Marine Base area. A little hazy, the mountains in the background right now. And then looking to the right, over First Shady, and then Bomer Canyons. And of course our neighbors, the Shankers, who are seldom here, are living just on the other side of us. Our barbecue here. Nice meals prepared on that from time to time. And we'll go back in again. Joanne's piano here, where she spent some of her time. And maybe we'll just conclude with this. Complete without Buster. Here's Buster. Got anything to say, Buster? This is Buster. What do you say, Buster? What did you got to say to the camp? Buster, what are you up to? What is that crazy cat up to? Yeah. What do you say, huh? Buster lives here. This is his place. He owns this place. Hi, Buster.